Spiritual Manthan.
Freeze the scroll for one heartbeat and picture this. You're standing on a cosmic balcony, looking down at billions of flickering heart lights on Earth. Most of those lights blink in predictable patterns on, off, repeat. But a tiny handful blaze, like miniature novas, rewriting the night sky with every pulse. Ever feel like you might be one of those novas? Maybe electronics glitch when you're excited, or you sense people's moods before they speak. You've probably chalked it up to weird luck. Today, let's toss that flimsy label into the recycling bin. Imagine reality as a vast holographic game board. Everyone's given the same buttons: eat, sleep, work, yet a select few discover hidden cheat codes buried in their own nervous system. Those codes? Pure vibration, frequency. The wavelength of your thoughts, emotions, breath, even the microcurrents humming through your cells. Dial it high enough and the board itself tilts in your favor. Traffic lights sync up. Resources appear at breakneck speed. Strangers mistake you for an old friend. You aren't delusional. You're tuned to a rarefied channel most ears can't pick up. So why does almost nobody talk about this? Simple. Society is allergic to outliers. Schools teach us to color within the lines. Employers reward predictability. Even well-meaning friends might call you too intense when your energy surges. Translation: dim your wattage so others don't squint. But here's the inside scoop: shadows only disappear when somebody has the guts to flip on a floodlight. And if your gut is buzzing while hearing these words, that somebody might be you. What's on the agenda? We're about to unpack 5 unmistakable signs, gold foil, tamper-proof evidence that your frequency is powerful enough to bend the script of reality. We'll talk about silent room hacks, next-level intuition, time gymnastics, cosmic depth detectors, and the ultimate jailbreak from fear. Stick around to the end, because we'll also hand you a reality remote method for wielding your vibe like a laser pointer on the quantum canvas. Sound epic? Buckle up, luminous soul. The universe just rolled out the red carpet. Your aura hijacks the room before you do. Step through a doorway and notice the micro-pause people inhale mid-sentence. Coffee cups hover halfway to lips. The air thickens like somebody just opened a cloud of frankincense. No, you're not paranoid. Your energy field, call it an aura, bioplasma, vibe Wi-Fi. Whatever hits the walls faster than your shoes hit the welcome mat. Most folks leak energy like cheap batteries, but yours pumps out lumens that make wallpaper feel brighter. Think back to childhood. Did teachers move you away from chattering classmates, only to have the entire row suddenly liven up again? That's because your frequency is a carrier wave. Emotions, ideas, even unspoken attitudes hitch a ride on your signal and ripple outward. It's the same reason pets gravitate to your feet, or why babies stare at you like you're broadcasting cartoons. Only they can see. But raw wattage isn't enough. Direction matters. Picture your aura as surround sound speakers. Untrained, the volume swings between ear-splitting highs and awkward silences. Trained, you morph any space into an acoustic cathedral where everyone can hear their own heartbeats. And more importantly, the whisper of new possibilities. How? Set an energetic baseline before you walk in. On the inhale, imagine liquid gold gathering in your solar plexus. On the exhale, spread it outward until it coats the room like fresh paint. Meetings mellow, negotiations soften, creativity spikes. Still doubt the power? Recall the last time you entered a tense environment, maybe a hospital waiting area, or a friend's messy breakup dinner. You felt static snapping at your skin, right? Within minutes of you settling, chairs eased back, shoulders dropped, jokes resurfaced. You didn't speak a word, your vibe filed the rough edges. Of course, not everyone applauds. High frequency acts like a mirror. Some people glimpse unhealed wounds reflected and scramble for the exits. Let them. Your job isn't to shrink, it's to illuminate. A lighthouse never dims for ships that prefer darkness. Action step: venture into 3 different public spaces this week. A grocery line, a park bench, a noisy cafe. Practice luminous breathing for 5 cycles and watch marvels unfold. Maybe the cashier upgrades your coffee size, or a stranger offers the exact book title you needed. Small proofs snowball, teaching your conscious mind what your cells already know. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. You own a cosmic GPS next-level intuition. Regular intuition is the polite nudge saying, grab an umbrella. Your version feels like a full-color movie trailer of tomorrow. You sense a job offer before HR drafts the email, or you wake with a sudden urge to call mom moments before she confesses she'd been thinking of you all morning. It's spooky accurate, unless you silence it with logic, in which case, life quickly reminds you why ignoring inner GPS equals unnecessary detours. Imagine your subconscious as a 24/7 air traffic control tower, monitoring thousands of sensory blips, facial micro-expressions, barometric changes, energetic undercurrents. While conscious thought sips data through a straw, intuition chugs from a fire hose, then compresses everything into a gut-level headline, turn left now. Scientists call this thin slicing, mystics call it clairsentience. You might simply call it knowing. Why does it matter? Because reality rearranges itself to accommodate decisive movers. Airports clear runways for flights ahead of schedule. When you pivot quickly on a hunch, the universe recodes circumstances to salute your boldness. Opportunity favors reaction time, and intuition is instant Wi-Fi versus dial-up deliberation. How to strengthen the signal? Consider a practice I dub the yes log. Whenever your gut whispers an illogical yet harmless choice, take the side street, swap coffee shops, where the yellow socks oblige it. Later, document the ripple. Maybe you bumped into an old mentor on that side street, or avoided gridlock on the main road. Your skeptical brain loves spreadsheets. Give it data. Patterns will emerge, proving that inner whispers are often front-page news delivered early. Caveat: intuitive downloads can scare people married to spreadsheets. Share sparingly. Nothing drains magic faster than explaining it to someone determined not to believe. Instead, let results speak. When projects run smoother and your life resembles a montage of lucky breaks, friends will ask your secret. You'll smile and say, I stopped arguing with my compass. Bonus metaphor: think of intuition as a jazz sax player, riffing over the universe's bass line. Sheet music lovers might frown at the improvisation, but the crowd feels the electricity. Trust the riff. The notes you're chasing are already echoing in the cosmic nightclub. Time bends around you, the rare sign most never reach. Grab a clock and watch its second-hand glide. Under normal conditions, it's reliable as gravity. Yet when you drop into deep presence painting, coding, dancing, meditating, that hand starts acting drunk. Hours vanish or stretch like taffy. Welcome to chrono alchemy, a perk of high vibration. Picture time as a river with varying currents. Average consciousness rose upstream, sweating for progress. Elevated consciousness discovers side channels where the current whooshes you forward. Flow state scientists talk about transient hypofrontality, where parts of the brain linked to self-critique switch off, unleashing lightning-fast neural pathways. Translation: your frequency syncs with a wider bandwidth, so you download complex tasks at fiber optic speed. Why is this sign so elusive? Because society worships the punch clock. We're taught productivity equals hours logged, not energy quality. Break that agreement and you threaten the status quo. Colleagues might accuse you of shortcuts when you finish in minutes what they budget days for. Ignore the chatter, results outshine resentment. Training drill: identify activities that fling you into timelessness. Might be pottery, coding, trail runs, or quantum physics podcasts. Block sacred windows in your calendar labeled temporal surfing. Before starting, set a clear intention draft chapter 3 or design client logo, then surrender to the vortex. When you re-emerge, jot down the actual clock time versus felt time. You'll see the warp effect in black and white. Practical perk: time bending slashes burnout. Instead of grinding 8 hours to crawl 4 inches, you leap 4 miles in 90 focus minutes and still have juice left for sunset yoga. Plus, compressed timelines create synchronicity clusters. Finish a proposal early, and you're free to answer a phone call that lands your next dream contract. Metaphor moment: think of reality as a lazy river amusement ride. Most riders lounge on tubes, drifting at uniform speed. You discovered a motorized jetpack hidden under your raft. Press the throttle and zip ahead. Spectators will claim you skipped the line. Let them talk. You still obey river laws, just at a velocity calibrated to your frequency. You're allergic to the fake but magnetized to the infinite. There's a hollow ring to small talk, like biting into plastic fruit. Whether chit-chat, celebrity gossip, corporate buzzwords, they feel as nourishing as packing peanuts. Your cells crave intellectual protein, spiritual superfoods. Ideas that crack your skull open so starlight pours in. If a conversation can't go cosmic in 60 seconds, you mentally change the channel. This isn't snobbery, it's biological honesty. High frequencies require high-octane fuel. Consequently, conventional status trophies lose their shine. The luxury car is nice, but it doesn't hum in 432 Hz like waterfall mornings. The job title impresses relatives, yet your soul yawns. You'd trade a trending hashtag for one evening of telescope stargazing. And that confuses society. Why aren't you excited about climbing our ladder? Because you know the ladder leans against a cardboard backdrop. Detachment, however, isn't disinterest. It's precision. Like a sommelier spits mediocre wine, you spit shallow stimuli to preserve palate sensitivity. Once you clear the junk, you discover a secret tribe: humans who speak in archetypes, trade books like currency, meditate between text messages, and laugh louder than commercials. You weren't antisocial, you were on the wrong channel. Technique: run every new invitation through the depth filter. Ask, will this expand my horizon or merely stretch my schedule? Choose expansion and serendipity blooms. A single open mic poetry night could connect you to your future business partner. One volunteer shift might ignite a passion project. Meanwhile, parties that revolve around surface chatter fade without drama energy freed. Analogy: your mind is a deep space radio telescope. Point it at empty satellite noise and you'll miss the quasars. Tilt it toward the cosmic background and you pick up the echo of the Big Bang. That echo truth, beauty, meaning charges your battery in ways no small talk ever will. Fear lets go, creation takes the wheel. Picture fear as outdated antivirus software popping endless. Are you sure? Alerts. For years you clicked cancel on dreams because the program screamed risk. One day, mid-click, you realize the software hasn't updated since childhood, and half the flag threats are imaginary. You hit uninstall, and silence floods your operating system. That silence? Creative bandwidth. Without fear hogging RAM, thoughts manifest into action before doubt drafts excuses. You publish the blog, pitch the investor, join the dance class. Some moves flop, so what? Failure turns from bogeyman into personal trainer, spotting your next rep. Meanwhile, friends still tethered to fear. Ask, how are you so brave? You grin because bravery isn't absence of nerves. It's refusal to let nerves pilot the plane. Exercise. Practice worst-case alchemy. For every scary goal, write the absolute worst realistic outcome. Often it's mild embarrassment. A lost processing fee. Maybe one salty review. Now list the probable best outcome: joy, income, impact, growth. Compare lists. 99 times out of 100, upside dwarfs downside like a blue whale next to a goldfish. Perspective dissolves paralysis. Metaphor: imagine fear as fog on a runway. Low-frequency mind's taxi back to the gate. Your high-frequency engine rises above the cloud layer where skies are crystal. From altitude, obstacles shrink to anthills. That new vantage locks in a feedback loop. Each successful liftoff erodes fear's credibility, making the next launch easier. Using your ultra-rare frequency, the reality remote method. Owning a TV remote is useless if you never press the buttons. Here's your tactile guide to flipping reality channels. Energy ledger audit. Treat your body like a crypto wallet. Every interaction is either a deposit, meditation, nutrient-dense meals, belly laughs, or a withdrawal. Doom scrolling, gossip, fluorescent lighting. Keep the ledger balanced daily. Visualize green arrows pouring in when you recharge, red arrows draining when you self-sabotage. Awareness alone spikes deposits. Vibe-aligned intentions. Ditch vanilla goals. I want money. Instead, craft frequency-rich statements. I radiate value so abundantly that prosperity sticks to me like glitter. Speak in present tense. Verbs sculpt timelines. Present tense spells. Words program reality like code. Replace I'll try with I am. Before bed, recite I am a lighthouse of clarity, and perfect opportunities sail to my shore. Overnight, your subconscious prints instructions for dawn's reality. Celebrate micro-proof. Did the bus driver wait an extra second so you could hop on? High five the air. Did your playlist shuffle to the exact track that matches your mood? Whisper thank you. These nods are breadcrumbs confirming alignment. Gather them, they fuse into unshakable belief. Radiate, don't chase. Suns don't stalk planets. They burn so brightly, gravity does the courting. When you cultivate inner luminosity, healthy boundaries, generous heart, creative fire people, resources and timing orb spin into your life. Daily ritual. Upon waking, imagine a remote with labels peace, creativity, synchronicity, prosperity. Thumb presses the desired vibe and you carry that channel all day. If static creeps in, pause, breathe, press again. Simple, tactile, potent. We're standing at the narrative fork of your hero's journey. On one trail, you revert to camouflaging brilliance, tiptoeing to avoid rustling anyone's comfort. The scenery is familiar, the stakes low, the soundtrack a soft elevator hum. On the other trail, you stride into neon mystery, boots crunching fresh possibility, thunderous drums in your chest. Same legs, same day. The only variable is decision. Decision isn't a mood or a New Year's resolution, it's a quantum switch. The instant you flick it, particles shuffle. People feel the tremor. Synchronicities spool up like airplanes on a runway. Wait for proof, and you loop forever. Provide proof through choice, and reality salutes. Think of past innovators, Da Vinci, Curie, Tesla. They didn't wait for permission slips. They decided, then decoded worlds. Your rare vibration carries similar voltage. The circuit just needs closing. Close it by moving send the email, enroll in the course, sign the lease, write page 1. Motion begets momentum. Momentum warps probability fields. Will it always be pretty? Nope. Some bridges will incinerate behind you. Friendships may downgrade. Comfort zones will hiss like popped balloons. Yet each surrender creates vacuum for upgrades, allies who speak your dialect, ecosystems that nourish your genius, adventures that cameo in your memoir. Fast forward to future, you sipping tea and gazing out a window, overlooking accomplishments that currently feel bonkers. Ask that future self, was it worth pressing decide? The grin is your answer. So here we are, remote in hand, finger poised, Background chatter urges caution, but galaxies lean in, eager for the story where you said yes. Exhale doubt, inhale destiny, and click. The screen blazes with scenes only rare frequencies can film. Welcome to the director's chair, trailblazer the universe. Just added your name to the credits.